Hello and welcome back to another trainspotting video. In this video, we'll see how many London terminuses there are on the main line. To count as a terminus in this video, it must get at least an hourly terminating service and be within zones 1 to 6 on the London Rail and Tube map. Not all of these stations mentioned are National Rail terminal stations. I will work from zones 1 to zone 6. So let's start. In zone 1, London Blackfriars, which was opened in 1864 by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern, Southern and Thameslink services. London Bridge, which was opened in 1836 by the London and Greenwich Railway, and it has 17 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern, Southern and Thameslink services and during diversions to London Overground East London Line. London Cannon Street, which was opened in 1866 by the South Eastern Railway, and it has 7 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern services. London Charing Cross, which was opened in 1864 by the South Eastern Railway, and it has 6 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern services. London Euston, which was opened in 1837 by the London and Birmingham Railway, and it has 18 platforms which are used to terminate Atlantic West Coast, London North Western Railway, and London Overground services. In the future, it will also be used to terminate Great Western Railway services. London Fenchurch Street was opened in 1841 by the London Tilbury and Southend Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate C2C service. London King's Cross, which was opened in 1852 by the Great Northern Railway, and it has 11 platforms which are used to terminate Grand Central, Great Northern, Hull Trains, London North Eastern Railways and Thameslink services. London Liverpool Street, which was opened in 1874 by the Eastern Counties Railway, and it has 19 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line and Greater Anglia services. In the future, London North Eastern Railway services. London Marylebone, which was opened in 1899 by the Great Central Railway, and it has 6 platforms which are used to terminate Chiltern Railway services. London Paddington, which was opened in 1838 by the Great Western Railway, and it has 15 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line, Great Western Railways and Heathrow Express service. London St Pancras International, which was opened in 1868 by the Midland Railway, and has 15 platforms which are used to terminate East Midlands Railway, Eurostar, South Eastern and Thameslink services. London Victoria, which was opened in 1860 by the Victoria Station and Pimlico Railway, and it has 19 platforms which are used to terminate Gatwick Express, Southern and South Eastern services. London Waterloo, which was opened in 1848 by the London and South Western Railway, and it has 24 platforms which are used to terminate South Western Railway services. In the future, it will also be used to terminate Great Western Railway services. Moorgate, which opened in 1904 by the Great Northern and City Railway, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate Great Northern services. This means that Zone 1 has 14 terminal stations. In Zone 2, Clapham Junction, which was opened in 1863 by the London and South Western Railway and London, Brighton and South Coast Railway, and it has 17 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground, South Western Railways and Southern services. Dalston Junction, which was opened in 1865 by the North London Railway and has 4 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. Gostock Oak, which was opened in 1860 by the Hampstead Junction Railway and has 3 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. Highbury and Islington, which was opened in 1850 by the North London Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. New Cross, which was opened in 1850 by the South Eastern Railway and has 4 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground, South Eastern and Thameslink services. Stratford, which was opened in 1839 by the Eastern Counties Railway and has 9 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line, Greater Anglia and London Overground services. Wellston Junction, which was opened in 1866 by the London and Birmingham Railway and has 5 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. This means that Zone 2 has 7 terminal stations. In Zone 3, Crystal Palace, which was opened in 1854 by the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway, and it has 7 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground and Southern services. West Ealing, which was opened in 1871 by the Great Western Railway, and it has 3 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line and Great Western Railway service. This means that Zone 3 has 2 terminal stations. In Zone 4, Agbey Wood, which was opened in 1849 by the South Eastern Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line, South Eastern and Thameslink service. Barking Riverside, which was opened in 2022 by Network Rail, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. Beckenham Junction, which was opened in 1857 by the Mid-Kent Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate Southland, South Eastern and Thameslink services. Bromley North, which was opened in 1878 by the South Eastern Railway, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern services. Greenford, which was opened in 1847 by the London Passenger Transport Board, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate Great Western Railway services. Grove Park, which was opened in 1871 by the South Eastern Railway, and it has 5 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern services. Richmond, which was opened in 1846 by the London and South Western Railway, and it has 7 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground and South Western Railway services. This means that Zone 4 has 7 terminal stations. In Zone 5, Chingford, which was opened in 1930 by the London North Eastern Railway, and it has 3 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. Gordon's Hill, which was opened in 1910 by the Great Northern Railway, and it has 3 platforms to terminate Great Northern and Thameslink services. Harrow and Willstone, which was opened in 1837 by the London and Birmingham Railway, and it had 6 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. Hayes, which was opened in 1882 by the South Eastern Railway, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern services. Hounslow, which was opened in 1850 by the London and South Western Railway, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate South Western Railway services. East Croydon, which was opened in 1841 by the London and Brighton Railway, and it has 6 platforms which are used to terminate Southern and Thameslink services. Enfield Town, which was opened in 1849 by the Eastern Counties Railway, and it has 3 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground services. Sutton, which was opened in 1847 by the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate Southern and Thameslink services. Twickenham, which was opened in 1848 by the London and South Western Railway, it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate South Western Railway services. West Croydon, which was opened in 1839 by the London Croydon Railway, and it has 3 platforms which are used to terminate London Overground and Southern service. This means that Zone 5 has 10 terminal stations. In Zone 6, Caterham, which was opened in 1856 by the Caterham Railway, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate Southern service. Chessington South, which was opened in 1939 by the Southern Railway, and it has 1 platform which is used to terminate South Western Railway services. Epsom Downs, which was opened in 1865 by the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway, and it has 1 platform which is used to terminate Southern services. Gideon Park, which was opened in 1910 by the Great Eastern Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line services. Hampton Court, which was opened in 1849 by the London and South Western Railway, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate South Western Railway services. Heathrow Terminal 4, which was opened in 1998 by the British Airport Authority, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line services. Heathrow Terminal 5, which was opened in 2005 by the British Airport Authority, and it has 2 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line and Heathrow Express services. Kingston, which was opened in 1869 by the London and South Western Railway, and it has 3 platforms which are used to terminate South Western Railway services. Ortington, which was opened in 1868 by the South Eastern Railway, and it has 8 platforms which are used to terminate South Eastern and Thameslink services. Romford, which was opened in 1839 by the Eastern Counties Railway, and it has 5 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line, Greater Anglia and London Overground services. Tattenham Corner, which was opened in 1901 by the South Eastern and Chatham Railway, and it has 3 platforms which are used to terminate Southern and Thameslink services. Upminster, which was opened in 1885 by the London, Tilbury and Southend Railway, and it has 4 platforms which are used to terminate CTC and London Overground services. West Drayton, which was opened in 1838 by the Great Western Railway, and it has 5 platforms which are used to terminate Elizabeth Line services. This means that Zone 6 has 13 terminal stations. In total, London has 14 in Zone 1, 7 in Zone 2, 2 in Zone 3, 7 in Zone 4, 10 in Zone 5, and 13 in Zone 6. In total, once you added all up, you get 53 mainline stations in total. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to trainspotting.
Customer information on behalf of Southwestern Railway.